Hey guys, what's up? My name is Dan and welcome back to the channel. Today, unfortunately, we're going to be talking all about Bournemouth versus Arsenal at home. And I went on in the previous videos about how this game is must win. If we win this game, then the Carabao Cup can kind of be forgotten about, the FA Cup can kind of be forgotten about. But yeah, it was an atrocious game. We're on a really bad run of form now, which is horrific because it's in the worst time the whole season. 6 games after the season now, we're still, only 6 points ahead of City now. We've obviously got them next weekend, and then they've got a game in hand on top of that. So, yeah, we've made it very, very interesting for ourselves. Not quite sure where we go from here, to be honest with you. Like I said, the Carabao Cup loss, the FA Cup loss. We barely managed to get a win in Sporting, which is a big win, 1-0 win, but it's still big, taking that into the home leg. And then, we never lose at home. We've drawn a couple of games at home, sure, but we never lose at home. And the pressure's building now. Bournemouth, credit to them, they're a good team, they got a good coach. They did what they wanted to do, they did what everyone else does. Sit back, absorb the pressure, let us have the ball, do nothing with it, hit on the counter, gave away a couple of stupid goals. Only goal we got was a penalty. It was a deserved penalty, but still, Gyökeres is doing fine. It's just typical now that Gyökeres is scoring goals for us, and we're still managing to not win games. So, um, yeah, like I said, it's very disappointing. Bournemouth are a good team, like I said, but beatable at home, beatable. I think they beat us last year, if I'm not mistaken. So maybe not. Maybe that's not the case, but. It's hard not to be negative now. I try really hard to be positive. I try to find positive. The last couple of videos have been like focus on this Bournemouth game, get a win here no matter what, how ugly it is, how bad it is, whatever. Get the win in this game, and then we'll go into the City game, and who knows what happens. And yeah, Krupi scored a really good goal, but we should never let him be in that position to do that anyway. And David Raya as well. I mean, I was annoyed at Raya the entire game. I was at the Globe. If you live in Perth, I was at the Globe with a whole bunch of goodness to be up to everyone that went. I was angry at Raya the whole game. Like 5 times, he was very, very sketchy. Passed it to the opposition a couple of times. Got himself in a little bit of a muddle a couple of times. It's just like, what are you doing? But I've since realised that there's a record number of pass backs to him this game. He had the ball a ludicrously large amount of this game, and that's why he's not meant to be doing that. He's meant to be getting the ball, making a save, getting the ball, and chucking it out, and then we play without him. But the amount of pass backs, the amount of side to side pass back, we're terrified at the moment. Can't we're terrified of creating chances. We're terrified of going at teams now. It's all about stay back, stay back, stay back, stay back. I mean, we criticise everyone else. Everyone else plays like that against us. And now we've adopted it as well. And it's so frustrating to watch, so tedious to watch. It's just pass back, side to side, pass back, pass back. Raya had the ball way too much in this game. And where do we go from here? The first 11 that we put out. I mean, I can't put this on Arteta. The first 11 that we put out was a decent enough first 11 to win the game. The substitutions he made, what I thought were good substitutions. They're very attacking in the first. I think it was like the first 55 minutes. We made three attacking subs, and it's like, cool, great. I was applauding that because I'm like, this is what we're gonna do because. We weren't creating anything, and as they came on, didn't really do much. Trossard tried a little bit, didn't really do too much. And Dalman's our best player right now, apart from maybe Gyökeres. I think Gyökeres' goals is like contributing to our team, but the fact that Dalman's the only one that really wants to go. I mean, Trossard really tried, but I feel like we get it round the wrong way. I mean, previously last year I was like, start Martinelli, bring Trossard off the bench, but it's the flip side now. In this season, Trossard does better when he starts games, and Martinelli does well when it comes off the bench. Martinelli, period, only shows up in Champions League games. In Premier League, he disappears. But I don't know what the answer is, to be honest with you. I don't know how we get out of this. We're in a tailspin right now, and our next game is Sporting. Sporting at home. I did back us at home. I do back us at home, but this is a bit of a shock to the system. And am I so confident against Sporting now? Not really. Even if we do beat Sporting and get to the semi-finals of the Champions League, we've got Man City next weekend. They just went and spanked Chelsea 3-0. I predicted it. I knew it. I told all my friends all weekend. I was like, not only are City going to beat Chelsea, but they're going to spank them by a lot. It's going to be a pummeling. And it was. And, all my Man United mates crawling out of their caves, like, oh, you lost, they lost, Chelsea didn't win. I'm like, you're saying that like you're saying that like everyone expected City to lose. Like, everyone with a brain knew that Chelsea were going to absolutely capitulate. And their fans are like, well, we told them to, so they did what we told. Like, you were going to lose anyway. The only fact that Chelsea fans have been yapping all week about, oh, we hope we lose to City, I hope City beat us, is because you knew that they were going to beat you. You knew you were going to lose, and you're just trying to save face. Well, it's only because I don't want Arsenal to win the league, not because I'm terrified of facing the reality that Chelsea are dog shit now. And this season's been so bad, horrifically, like, I think, in terms of quality. Everyone likes to blame Arsenal for some reason. It's like, you play like shit against us. Chelsea have been crap. Man United somehow managed to get into third place, but that's only because, like I said, Chelsea are crap. Spurs are going to get relegated. City have been average this season in the league anyway, until now, obviously. Liverpool are trash this season. Villa are just dog shit team. As soon as they get rid of Emery, the better. Everyone else is just fallen over, and Man United have gone, we're third. Oh, and their fans are like, oh, it's because we're really good. It's like, no, it's because everyone else is shit. Everyone else is trash this year, and they capitulated. And Arsenal are the only ones that are kind of sustained it at the top. Look, I do think that we're going to lose against City. I don't think if we play like we played the last 5 games, then yes, we are going to get annihilated by City. It's probably going to be Carabao Cup 2.0. But if it was at the Emirates, I'd have a little bit more hope. But I think everyone's got to be resigned to the fact that we're probably going to lose. But hey, look, I am going to build up some false hope. Over the course of this week, if we beat Sporting and if it's quite comfortable, then I will start to really think, maybe we could get a point out of City. Maybe we could go and win it. But the thing is we've been on a downward spiral for the last 2 months. We haven't played brilliantly for a long time. Probably since Christmas, maybe January. I think the North London Derby was the last good game we had. And even that, I think there was a couple of games beforehand that we kind of slipped up on as well. So it's been a while since we've been at a real pacey best, destroying teams, cutting through teams like butter. We haven't done that for a long, long time. And I think people haven't realised that quite enough yet. But look, anything can happen in football. If we get a point again and be head-to-head, I'll be celebrating. That'll be a massive, massive point. And then after the Etihad game, it's 5 games left of the season. You never really know. Everyone's going to be stepping up against us. The whole entire league, every single millions of non-Arsenal fans that in the Premier League want Arsenal to not win this team, to the league. Should I say? Man United fans don't want us to win the league, because if we do win the league, then they're officially the worst top 6 team left in the league, apart from Spurs, obviously, but they won't be in the league next year. So. Man United fans, they like to avoid how shit they are by saying, well, Arsenal haven't won it for longer. Well, yeah, okay, but as soon as we do win it, we're challenging, and you're rolling around in 10th or whatever. It's the first top 10 finish for United in 4 years. Absolutely gifted a Champions League spot. I mean, I don't know how they're going to do it next year, but I don't think it's going to be brilliant. Quite looking forward to that, to be honest with you. But yeah, Man United fans are just the worst. They just have no self-awareness whatsoever. But anyway, guys, look, I'm not going to want too much more. It's a shit game, shit result. And I feel like we will scrape past Sporting, but I have no hope for the semi-finals at the moment. I don't know where the answer comes. The players look exhausted. They look done. They look terrified. People want to blame Arteta. Maybe some of it is Arteta's, positioning and strategies or whatever. But the players are just down tools badly. Um, and yeah, I don't. Do I see an improvement against Sporting? Maybe at home, maybe that's the game we make a statement and go, hey, look, we are still a good team. We are still good, a team of good players. We can still do well in football games. Um, but I don't have much hope for the City game, if I'm being brutally honest. Once I've done the City game, I will then focus on the last 5 games and see which teams we can actually win and which teams we can't beat. But it's going to be a superbly interesting last few games of the season. Um, yeah, it's going to be interesting. But we got a point at the Etihad last year. I think that was when we were playing at our best. We celebrated it. Everyone else is like, oh my god, why are you celebrating a draw for? Well, everyone now thinks that we're going to get annihilated in the Etihad. So that's probably why we celebrated the draw, because the Etihad's a tough place to go to, especially when Pep decides that he wants to be good at football again and he wants his team to be good at football again. They're in a really good run of form now. We're in a trash run of form. So, um, yeah, let me know what you thought about this game. I thought this game was the worst game this year, this whole season. I think this is the worst game, worst result. And people like to say Arsenal fans, they overreact and they're so dramatic. Well, when you have every other fan base constantly going at you, online and whatever, on constantly, and then a stupid loss against a beatable team, at home. Why can't we just fly off the handle a little bit? I know it ruined my entire weekend, but anyway, guys, that's what football does to you, I guess. Let me know what you thought about the game. What do you think we can do against Sporting, against City, and the rest of the league? Do you think we're going to win the title? Because I feel like at best now it's going to be a bit of a fight, and I don't see City dropping points now, to be honest. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching. I really do appreciate it. Subscribe if you've done already. Sorry about all the swearing, but it's what my weekend's been like, to be honest with you. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys probably midweek to talk about the Sporting game, and then probably towards the end of the week actually. Talk about the Sporting game, and then be back to you next week to talk about the City game, whatever result that's going to be. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching. We do appreciate it, and have a great week. I might do, but it hasn't started off great. Have a great week, and I'll see you guys very soon. Adios.